Okay guys, this is my first attempt of a review for you guys. Probably not going to do a lot of videos because it's just not my thing. Who knows, I might get addicted to it and post more out there for you. What I'm going to go over, and I'm sorry there's a glare in the background, but those are the windows and it's bright outside. Probably should get some blinds. But anyway, this is Sarissa Precision. Two kits by them, the Chateau and the large Farmhouse. Both are in 28mm. Pretty good kits. They went together really well. I used primarily Gorilla Glue, which is a really strong freaking super glue. And it sets up really fast, and that's the reason why I picked it to put these kits together, because I didn't want to hold parts together for very long with white glue. I did do some white glue on the kits, like these items here, the shutters and the designs. And I apologize, the camera's really shaky. I'm doing this on my cell phone, so bear with me. But here's for the large Farmhouse, the instructions. It's one page. It's pretty self-explanatory. Really didn't have any issues on confusion as far as how the kit would go together. It's kind of got what it looks like here, and then the exploded view. It's pretty clear cut. Everything comes apart, roof comes off. Here's some 28mm bolt action figures to put inside for size comparison here. The second floor comes off too. Not so easily, obviously. If I had really one major complaint about the kits for ease of being removable sections, I think it could have been made a little easier to put back and forth, and I'll probably do some modification where I'll take these little tabs off, because these tabs need to line up with the slots to get them on there correct, where they're going to sit flush, and playing a game, it's going to be difficult to line those up easily, to be honest with you. That actually went together fairly well. I did have to file out a few of the slots so they went together a lot easier than just really having to basically pick up the whole kit, line them up, which it just wouldn't work for gaming table wise, I don't think. But easily modifiable. I think I'll put some washers or some metal underneath the floor and put a section of magnet in there so it just magnetizes right on there and it'll be a little easier. That's a sign frontage on the front. The other thing I was surprised about is the window shutters. This gray is more of a cardboard type material. More paper than wood. Let's see if I can actually grab what the material looks like off of the actually off the sprue itself. I did not put the doors in on this kit. There are doors. They're made of the same material as well, and I rather prefer to have open doors on my kits, I guess, just for ease of play. Nothing to say that I might try to do some. I'm drawing a blank here, guys. Do some rough doors of my own, scratch-built doors. So you can, I don't know how well you can see this. This is almost like a thin cardboard type of material, and I don't know how it's going to hold up to paint. These lines, there's actually an etching in the lines. So I think if I go over it lightly with paint, it won't hide the details, and you'll still have those lines. Same with the wood. It looks like it's just printed on there, but there is a little bit of a groove if you rub your finger over it roughly. This is what's left of the kit afterwards. There's lots of wood bits, and it's pretty thin stuff, so we'll see how it holds up to paint and and gameplay. I pretty much do solo gaming because I don't have a lot of gamers in my neck of the woods. The closest town that really has any gamers is about an hour away, which makes it inconvenient, to be honest, to haul stuff back and forth. But back to this product. It's a good product. You can see there's some cracks here. There's the back side. One thing to keep in mind on this kit when you're putting it together is if you try to put this second floor on backwards, the sign frontage is going to really push this down. I screwed up and I did that, and I about tore the dang thing. So I had to fix it again. So just be careful of how you line it up. When you're putting it on there, I think once I get it painted up, and I mean, obviously the more you mess with it and you know what's what, you'll figure it out. But you don't have that issue over here because obviously the sign's supposed to be here. This is here. If you reverse it, the sign's going on this on the reverse side. I did screw up on these chimneys a little, on this one especially, just because I was a screw up on my part. So it's not lined up like it should be. These actually come in, probably can't see it very well. It's kind of dark in there. But these actually come in 4 sections. Here, let's try this. So you've got, actually it's 3. No, it is 4. Sorry, forgot. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You sandwich them together. Well, yeah, when I did that, that's a little off. But I think I can take some round straw material, or like a straw or something, and put it on there so it actually looks like pipes instead of just a square. And I think that might look a lot better. And then figure out something for this chimney. I'm kind of thinking to get some, they have plastic sheeting. Model railroaders use it a lot. And it comes like in, you can get it in all kinds of different materials. You can do like a brick, a cinder block. I have some somewhere in my hobby room here that's like a metal roofing that works really cool. It's HO scale. I use it primarily for 20 mil stuff that I have, moderns and Vietnam stuff. So I don't. I'm gonna have to look and see if there's anything comparable to 28 mil. This is really my first really diving into 28 millimeters World War II. But anyway, that's enough of the large farmhouse, and I've rambled on enough about that. So here's the Chateau. This was a little bit more of a pain in the ass to put together. It's a cool kit though. It looks good on the table, and I think once I get it painted up, it's gonna really pop. I'm gonna put this on an MDF board so I can do some like cobblestone and kind of really dress it up. That's really being ambitious of myself, but I think I can get her done, and I'm gonna try. These steps, holy crap, these are a pain. Each one of these, it's kind of dark. Each one of those steps is a little section of the actual board. So what you have when you here, let me grab the instructions. Here's the instructions for this one. There's the finished product, obviously. It shows where the floors and the roof are coming off. This one has a little more detail instruction-wise. So here's the steps. You can see each one of those is a little tab, and you slide the little tab into the wall, and you put that on the, you sandwich it basically in there. Oh man, it was dry fit, guys. Dry fit all this stuff before you put slap glue on it, okay? That's all I can recommend. Basically what I did is I took this section and I laid it flat, and then I took all the steps, like over here, pointing at the wrong thing. Took all these steps, so I laid this part flat, and then I stood up all the steps in there, and I glued them. Put them in there, and it kind of wobbles, but you have some time. And I put glue on this side as well, so that way when I sandwich this together, it fit. That was the only way I could think of doing that. You guys might come up with something different. That's just a tip that I have for you. And same on the back side of this kit. There's stairs on both sides. Really cool. My only concern is this railing. Oh my god, it's fragile. When you're punching it out, be careful. Be careful when you're punching this kit out in general. Everything kind of came out all right. I did use an X-Acto knife just to put a little extra precision on it so I didn't snap anything. But I didn't have any breakage, which is really cool. So, one other thing is on the back here, this really kind of pissed me off a little bit. You can see this little frame here. It's wood. There's frame on the bottoms of these two. You can see where I snapped the design off of this one a little bit. Problem with the kit is, it's not really the kit, it's just how the instructions are laid out on how to do this. You see how it's really, maybe not, how we got this design going on here. What happened is, there is a little slot right here, right? Okay, so when you're putting this thing together, first floor, you're putting the first floor together, it shows you to put the door frame on there all together, right? Well, the problem is, you need to make sure that door frame lines up right, front and back, with that little tab, okay? And there's a little tab there too for the front. If you don't do that, you're going to break it. And that's what happened here, because I couldn't figure out why the darn thing wasn't going all the way down. I looked on the back, and by golly, I snapped it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe try to dress it up with some paint or something. I don't know. But tip is, put the first floor together. Put all the window frames on. That's fine. Leave the door frames off. When you put the second floor all together and put that sucker on, see how this, well, it actually goes together better now. Once again, I had to file the tabs or the slots on there to make it where it wasn't such a tight fit for gameplay wise. I'll probably modify this one too with the magnets and washers, so it just goes to bed quicker and easier for gameplay. But as you can see, just filing those little slots makes a huge difference. So put your second floor together before you put these door frames on. That's the biggest tip I can give you for this. Otherwise, you're going to end up with breakage, because this stuff isn't eyeballing it. It's not going to line up right. So put that second floor together, put it on, find out how that's going to line up, slap that sucker on there on the front and the back, and it'll save you what I had to go through. The other thing, the second floor has these cardboard window frames again. I wish they would have been wood. We'll see how it holds up. The front, tip number, learn from my mistakes, boys and girls, for you out there, whoever's going to watch this. See the bottom here? There's some residue of this cardboard. Well, yeah, dummy me, got excited, and I glued all of these front ones with all this nice fancy little design. Yeah, I glued those upside down because I wasn't paying attention. This little rectangle up here goes to the top. This goes to the top. So I got these all set. I got ready to glue it together, and guess what? It's not fitting together right. So I look at it again. Yeah, I glued them upside down. So I took an X-Acto knife and kind of whittled my way back behind. Of course, I tore some of these. What I ended up doing, if you do this, the easiest way to do it, instead of trying to take the whole dang thing off, is I took an X-Acto knife and I cut here, and I cut this bottom piece right here. These are really fragile. When you punch these out, you're going to tear some of these, so be careful. You can glue them back together. There's nice little guidelines on these, actually. Compared to those door frames, there's some nice guidelines to help line everything up. But you can see I ended up tearing some of those and they're gone. I think I'll just leave them and just chalk it up to, hey, you know, it's an old building. Stuff breaks over time and age. Yeah, it's kind of a BS story, but you know. But I think with paint I can cover up my mistakes of where the backing of some of this got left on there. I hope so, but we'll see. We might try something else underneath there. So that's the first floor is open on the inside. Once again, plenty of room. You can model these doors open or closed. I'm going to keep them closed on this because these are still look open even though they're closed. And even though I like open doors, I kind of like the closed door on this one. So I think I'm going to leave it. It looks pretty alright. So we'll take off the second floor. Here is the second floor. Still open, no walls on the inside. Nothing to say you can't scratch build some walls. I've done that with some like Gamecraft miniatures buildings that I've purchased. Good product, by the way, as well. Did some foam core walls on the inside, and it really makes it pop if you like to divide up your walls a little bit more. So the next step here is, see how this is kind of fiddly to put together on the gaming table? You probably didn't see that because I was watching that, not where I was filming. But it takes a little bit, and I think I think we can fix that up. We'll take this roof off. This railing is kind of fiddly. It just glues right in there, guys. So be careful when you take it off, especially to start with. I think it'll be okay for now. So this comes off. I'll show you the interior of this third floor. This took some talent. Not that I have any, to be honest with you, but it took some talent to put together. Each one of these is separate in itself. Wow, so I don't even know how, to be honest with you, I don't remember. I think I put these in first, and then I lined up this back wall piece just to get the things right at the 90-degree angle that they should be. And I didn't put any glue here, to be honest. I didn't put any glue down here along the seam. I did glue here. I thought that would be enough, to be honest, and I think it'll be okay. I'm happy with it, we'll just say. Now these sides with these windows, this far side, this side, and the front, all of these are a major pain to put in. And the only reason it's a major pain is trying to balance it all, because you have to balance it. You got to slide this window in. It actually slides in okay. I don't know. I couldn't think of any better way to do it and get everything lined up. And maybe if I would have used white glue, I wouldn't have been in such a hurry on this part. Because super glue sets up so fast, and I was afraid that it'd be off cattywampus and it just wouldn't fit right. This little tab glues in afterwards, and that fit in there really well. And then I just glued the ends of here and put it all together. But I don't really have any major complaints about the kit. I'm actually pretty happy with it, or with both of them actually. I wish I would have timed myself how long it took. I got these in the mail, and to be honest with you, when I got home from work, and I put this thing together that night, and it was ready to go. I mean, I could have gamed with it, you know, that next day if I really wanted to. This one, I did put the first floor together that same night. I was a little ambitious. I think it was a Friday night when I got it, so I stayed up pretty late and put this together. And then I finished it off the next day. You know, probably, I'd say a couple hours maybe for this. And this probably took twice as long, maybe 3 to 4 hours. There's a lot more fiddly parts on this, guys, than this one. Both great kits. You know, here's some 28 mil. I don't have really any of my 28 mil guys painted. I'm just getting started on this bolt action stuff. So there you go. I got a German half track I can put in front. So there you can see some size detail. It's not going to fit in there. The antenna, yeah. If I had left the antenna off that sucker, he would have fit in there all right and had a little hidey hole. But anyway, this is going on 20-some minutes now, and I really didn't mean to take up that much time of your guys' time. If you like the video, let me know. I'm actually doing this for a guy that I subscribe to. He bought this kit as well, and he's got it in the mail. And I saw that he was in one of his videos. He mentioned this. I think it was either in the video or in the comments, and I told him that it was coming for me as well, and I was going to put the thing together. And I kind of pointed out a few things. I told him I'd take some pictures, but what the heck? What's it going to hurt to do a quick video, right? Words spoken are a lot easier than typing it out. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. As far, do I recommend it? Yeah, I recommend their products. They have a cool selection. It doesn't have the detail on the inside like the foreground products from what I've seen on pictures. My next purchase is going to be some foreground stuff because I really like the look of them. I like the detail on the inside. And I want to see if they mix okay with this. Foreground is a little more expensive, but again, you got more detail. These leave you open for you modelers out there that want to make customizations on your own to these products, or just for folks like me. I like plain interiors too. I don't need to have it look like, I guess the dollhouse factor is what some people call it, where it has, is really, really spiced up. I like those too, but I'm not too incredibly picky as long as it's close and it's gameable. So if you have questions, comments, put them down below. I don't have any subscribers, which doesn't surprise me because I've only put one video, and that was me of racing a race car. So hopefully the second video will get me some subscribers. Get me motivated to maybe do some videos. I won't do much. I don't get a lot of gaming time or hobby time, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's enough. So happy hobby time to you guys. I'm trying to think of some clever little closing line. Enjoy this stuff out there you guys are putting out as well. Some of you guys like Mel and Viv and some of you guys out there that I've subscribed to, you guys are motivators. You give me new ideas all the time. And TheTerrainTutuor, Mel, you're pretty awesome, dude. I can't wait for you to start doing some 28 mil stuff. So for World War II, looking forward to it. So anyway, take care and talk to you soon.